ready for travel. Everything's locked up. Hopefully I haven't missed anything. And Ali and Gizmo are ready for travel. See you soon. See you soon, Gizmo.
So another road trip, this time to Parry Creek Farm in Wyndham.
And the surroundings were something like we'd never seen before. They're awesome, aren't they?
People told us not to go to Wyndham, but we went and had a look anyhow. You enjoyed it, didn't you?
Yeah, it was good to see the port, even though it wasn't the size it was many years ago.
The Parry Creek Farm was a nice place to stop for a couple of nights.
Yeah, they had a resident croc.
And a beautiful beer on tap, I can tell you that.
We went to the viewing point for the Five Rivers meeting.
Yeah, Five Rivers lookout. Which basically means the water comes flowing in here from the Gulf and separates off into Five Rivers, or vice versa. The Five Rivers come flowing into the Gulf, depending on the tides.
Sad to think it was such a big township many years ago. Very small now.
Alright, so that was the best of Wyndham. There wasn't really much to see in Wyndham.
No, but it was worth visiting to see the port.
And particularly the Five Rivers lookout, which is where we got all that drone footage from. So anyhow, we moved on in the morning. We left the caravan park. What was it called? Parry
Creek Tourist Resort.
Parry, there you go. So we left there this morning and we headed down the first part of the Gibb River Road, and we are here at the Pentecost Riverside free camp area.
Just on the side of the river.
Colin's been fishing and he has caught the sum total of zero.
Oh, hang on.
Zero anything.
Oh, it's not over yet.
It's very sandy. Jill loves the sand, don't you, Jill?
No.
Jill loves water, don't you, Jill?
No.
She loves the
And I love salties. No.
Yeah, the river is just there and there are salties in that river.
So we're keeping an eye on Ali and Gizmo.
Yes. So what's the plan tomorrow, Colin?
What's the mean? Well, we're going to cross the Pentecost River, test out how the 6.7s go on the river crossing. If we go early in the morning, then it'll be really high, so that'll certainly wash the undercarriages for us.
Define early in the morning.
Before lunch.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Well, do we not have to see when it's a lower tide? Are we not bothered?
No, I'd be.
We're going to go over high tide.
High tide.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll set the suspension setting on the mountain trails to level 3.
Yep.
Okay.
And away we go.
Well, the Ram will be right. I don't know about the Land Cruiser, but we'll find out.
And that's the plan. So the plan is off tomorrow, and then where are we going then after that?
Wherever we stop. Yeah, there's no particular plans. We've got no time limits, no nothing. So if we find a spot on the side of the river like this, we'll stop.
Okay.
Well, Jill said she'll be good as long as we move on.
Jill is way outside her comfort zone, as you will see on this footage as we drove into this Riverside Park area here, where we were going in and out of the bits of sand, and she was worried about everything that it's possible to be worried about. Jill was worried about it.
Don't exaggerate.
But there was nothing to worry about. We cruised in here. Wasn't a drama in the world. We didn't spin a wheel.
We did all the hard work. Trying to find some spots for us to park.
So I've let my tyres down now this afternoon on the Ram to 40 on the rear and 37 on the front, which is about 2/3 of what I normally go at. And I've let the caravan down from 45 to 29. What about you, Colin? What have you done?
Oh, I'm going 30 on the van and 30 on the back of the car, and probably 25-ish on the front of the car.
So yeah, the difference in the weights of the two cars is the reason why we're very different in terms of tyre pressures. But we'll see how we go.
Yeah, I mean, the worst thing is we get bogged. Couldn't be as bad as Tassie when we got stuck in the bush with trees this close to the van. So it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
So the next time you see us on this footage, we'll hopefully be crossing the Pentecost River, and you might see some drone footage, which Colin and I have been working on and practicing for the last 6 months.
Yes. Be very interesting.
See you then.
See you later.
Bye.
In truth, it wasn't very deep. It's been much deeper in the past few months.
So Bridget has just driven across the Pentecost River. Yes!
Little did we know that this next section of the road was the bumpiest piece of road on the entire Gibb River.
This really shook us up.
It was shocking really, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. But we found out since that is the worst bit. And since then we have gone on better roads.
This was the road into Ellenbrae Station. Okay, so we've just arrived at Ellenbrae Station, having travelled across the Gibb, and our fully off-road luxury caravan, the bathroom doors come off. Wonderful. So here's the problem. This heavy door on the corrugations has pulled itself out of the fastenings in the roof. Here and here. And this thing has pulled itself apart from the weld. So it just spins and doesn't lock. I suspect that pulled itself out when the door came off. Right, good morning.
Good morning, we've got the scones, yeah.
Yes, the scones. The famous scones at Ellenbrae Station. So we arrived at Ellenbrae Station yesterday late afternoon after a very bumpy ride. What do you think of the ride, Colin?
Very bumpy. Shook things to pieces.
Right. Highly corrugated.
What, asking me and Bridget about the ride.
What did you and Bridget think about the ride?
It was what I expected.
Same here. But I don't want to do it again.
It was great. The scenery was great. Bridget, what did you see on the road?
Oh, yeah.
A dingo.
Bridget took some video footage of that. She took it in portrait mode, not horizontal mode. So I'll see if I can overlay it. If not, you'll just have to use your imagination. And then when we got here, all was not well. When we opened our caravan door, unfortunately, the bathroom door had fallen off its runners and tilted towards the bathroom window. So what appears to have happened is that the retaining bolt that keeps the door closed and locked while you are travelling, it had simply fatigued, presumably from the vibrations, and snapped. And so when the retaining bolt snapped away, that there was nothing to stop the door from going backwards and forwards on its runners, which it did gleefully. And in doing so, it's a very heavy door, and it pulled the runners off. So we have a non-functioning bathroom door at the moment.
Not very private.
Which was great for an old married couple last night going to the toilet.
Not very private.
And anyhow, we have contacted Mountain Trail and hopefully they will help us out on this. We'll see. So Colin, what happened to yours?
Oh, well, we didn't even get as far as here. We got to our lunch stop and the microwave had actually, the mounts on the microwave, there's 4 bolts that hold through the shelf that sits on, and they'd all unravelled, and actually one bolt had actually pulled out of the nutsert that was into the bottom of the microwave. So it's pretty much, it works, but it's just not going to sit where it's supposed to sit for it.
But that's a common problem, I believe. A few other people.
With the microwave?
Yeah.
But anyhow, touch wood, so far we haven't had the inverter problem, which lots of people have reported.
Yeah, and the cars have run absolutely beautifully without a beat. They haven't missed a beat.
Well, really, the caravans have been fantastic, apart from these 2 major mishaps. All right, so we're staying here for for 2 more nights. We're just going to chill out here, and then back on the Gibb River Road. Hopefully,
Shaking it all about.
shaking it all about. Hopefully to the Gibb River crossing itself. We'll see. I think we're about a quarter of the way through our trip on the Gibb River Road at the moment. Oh. There's some noisy birds. All right, we'll catch you later. Bye.
Bye.
So this place is called Sandy Gorge, just away from Ellenbrae Station. It's about a 10-minute drive on a very bumpy off-road track, and then a 5-minute walk. But when you've done the walk, this is what you're greeted with. Sandy Gorge. And all 4 of us have walked to this waterhole, and Bridget's the only one who's actually going to go in the water. So this is Jill swimming. This is as near as she gets to swimming in these remote waterholes. Look, at least one of us had the balls to get in the waterhole. Well done, Bridget. The rest of us have stood watching. Oh, Bridget's in the water. So a quick update for you on the issue of the caravan bathroom door. So first of all, I want to say we spoke to Mountain Trail yesterday and they were excellent in terms of the speed of their response. So thank you, many thanks to Charlene and to Steve. So the issue appears to be, the culprit appears to be the bolt that fastens the door back when you are travelling. In my case, the bolt is made up of a locking bolt and a collar that is then attached to the door via rivets. And the collar and the locking bolt are welded together. And in our case, the weld was only a tack weld as opposed to being a weld all the way around. Colin showed me his and his has been welded all the way around. And Steve from Mountain Trail told me that they've now changed and they'd weld them all the way around on all caravans. So in my case, I was just unlucky. I got one of the older versions and sure enough, it failed. And when it failed, as I said earlier, what it did was it fell out of the retaining socket and the door just slid backwards and forwards happily doing its own thing until eventually the top rail fell away from its mounting position. And the reason the top rail fell away is because that was also incorrectly installed. It should have been fixed with an industrial strength glue, according to Mountain Trail, and the bolts were just really for holding it in place for 24 hours whilst the glue set. But sadly in my case there was no glue, it was just the bolts, so they failed. So yeah, if anybody out there has got a 6.7 or a 6.2 caravan from Mountain Trail, I would strongly suggest you check out those fixings and fastenings, and if they're not of the description that I've just given you, then I'll contact Steve or the rest of the team at Mountain Trail and see if you can get a replacement. In the meantime, Steve's sending the replacement parts that we're going to need to repair this to Broome. So when we get to Broome, Colin and I, mainly Colin, will attempt to repair the door. In the intervening period, Jill's just going to have to put up with the lack of privacy and a bathroom door that doesn't close. Alright, catch you later. So for our last night at Ellenbrae Station, Bridget is cooking pizzas. Not just microwave pizzas that you've stored in your freezer from the local supermarket. This is actual, genuine, making it from scratch pizza. Look at this. I think we're having a meat lover's pizza, is that right?
Yes, unfortunately we don't have many veggies. So it's a meat lover's pizza.
Meat lover's pizza, right. This is part one of Bridget's preparation. I'll show you part two in a bit. Heating the barbecue to a very hot temperature. What is it, Colin?
We've got to get up around at the 180 mark.
180. Before we put the pizza bases in. Right, this is the first of the homemade pizzas. Just look at that, wait a minute. Right.
Okay. Voila! One a pizza.
That is a risen pizza.
One pizza.
No, it looks like a focaccia. Sorry, it'll go down.
Ready to roll.
Back on the road again. Seem to be doing a lot of this. The black cockatoos nearly crashing into Colin's car. And then we saw...
The graders, yes. We were very fortunate. They'd only just done our side of the road.
It was a bit difficult reversing into the very tight spots on the side of the river.
Yeah, but you did it.
Hard right. Come on.
Right, good morning.
Good morning.
So, this is the end of that episode 8 of Series 3, but more importantly, the end of Part 2 of our Kimberley adventure.
But we're still on the Gibb River Road.
Yeah, we are. So in this episode, you've seen us travel all the way from the Pentecost River crossing through to here, on the Gibb River. That's beautiful here.
Yeah, this is a lot nicer than the
Pentecost.
Pentecost.
And there are lots of corellas around here, you could probably
You
hear.
can hear them.
So yeah, we've had a great time. The road, my goodness me, the road from the Pentecost River to Ellenbrae Station was terrible. It was rough as anything.
But it has got better.
It has got significantly better. Because we've
Still
seen
made road.
the graders.
Oh yeah, we saw the graders working on it. So we were lucky, fortunate enough to go on the road when they just graded it.
Anyhow, the only mishaps we've had, as you've seen, has been the caravan bathroom door falling off. More due to faulty workmanship, it would appear, rather than a fault in the design. And Colin's microwave
Falling out.
falling out. But other than that, we've been perfectly fine. So we'll see you soon in the next episode.
Bye. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And more importantly, comment. Thank you.